In the tragic and pervasive smoke of World War II, Japan was mired in the bottomless quagmire of war, desperately to turn the tide of the war that bordered on despair. In a desperate gamble, they resorted to an almost insane tactic: the Sakura missile. This small but lethal weapon, with its unique size, unique use and shocking power, has left an indelible mark on the history of the bloody and murderous war. The size of this Sakura missile is so small that it is less than 3 meters long and has a wingspan of only a few meters. However, don't underestimate it. It contains enough power to make powerful American ships tremble. Its body is carefully constructed from wood and metal, making it both lightweight and strong, and it is able to maintain stability at high speeds. And in the tail section, it is equipped with an extremely powerful rocket engine, which provides it with incredible thrust and extreme speed. When it comes to the way to use the Sakura missile, it's really unique to the extreme, and at the same time crazy to the extreme. The Japanese pilots flew a land attack plane and mounted the small Sakura missile firmly under the belly of the plane. When the target area is reached, it is decisively put out. At this moment, the rocket engine of the Sakura missile ignited instantly, and it rushed to the target like lightning at the extreme speed of the wind. The speed of this missile is simply unimaginably fast, and its size is so small that the seemingly powerful anti-aircraft firepower of the U.S. military has become helpless in front of it, and it is difficult to intercept it effectively. And its power should not be underestimated, carrying a staggering amount of explosives. Once it hits the target accurately, it will cause an earth-shattering explosion that will deal a heavy blow to the enemy ship in the brutal actual combat. The Sakura missile posed a huge threat to the U.S. military that could not be ignored. The Japanese army dispatched a large number of Type 1 land attack planes, carrying Sakura missiles, to launch a ferocious attack on the U.S. fleet. The advanced radar system on the U.S. warship quickly spotted these menacing enemy planes. However, when they tried to intercept them, they were shocked to find that the tiny cherry blossom missiles were like ghosts, appearing and disappearing on the radar screen. Strange and unpredictable. Just when the U.S. anti-aircraft fire was in a hurry and at a loss, the Sakura missile had already broken through the clouds like a bamboo, and swooped down fiercely towards the U.S. fleet like a tiger descending from a mountain. They were lightning fast. So fast that the gunners on American ships couldn't aim accurately. For a while, the originally calm sea suddenly burst into flames, and deafening explosions rang out one after another. Although the officers and men of the U.S. ships fought desperately, the terrifying power of the Sakura missiles still made them feel powerless. Some of the Sakura missiles directly hit the vital parts of the U.S. warships as if they had eyes, triggering a huge explosion and raging fire. And the entire fleet was instantly plunged into chaos and extreme panic. Although it did cause a certain degree of losses to the U.S. military, it still could not change the trend of the entire war. Although the crazy tactics of the Sakura missile made the U.S. military feel helpless and angry, it also exposed its own limitations. Because the Sakura missile has a very limited flight range and must rely on the mother aircraft to carry to the combat area for delivery, this undoubtedly makes the Japanese army face huge and impossible to ignore risks when using it. With the final end of the war, the crazy tactics of the Sakura missile were gradually sealed in the long river of history and gradually forgotten. However, the painful lessons it left behind are so profound, which makes us clearly see the cruelty and ruthlessness of war, and also makes us cherish the hard-won peace and tranquility even more. Well, that's all for today.